If you are over 60 and you start the day with a bowl of oatmeal, your blood sugar is probably highest in the morning. That is not bad luck. Your body handles sugar worst in the first hours after you wake up. Oatmeal walks straight into that window. The better breakfast is eggs, 2 or 3 of them, with something green and no bread on the side. Protein first, starch last. In a 3-month trial, 121 adults, average age 64, swapped the low-fat breakfast for a low-carbohydrate one. Their glucose after breakfast fell. Their swings through the day flattened, and in that group, the 3-month average came down by 0.3 of a point. Honest note, the gap between the two groups did not quite reach the line statisticians draw. What did change clearly was the shape of every single morning. Another trial changed nothing but breakfast for a single day. 23 adults with type 2 diabetes, same lunch, same dinner, the whole day's sugar load dropped and the swings got smaller. Here's the part that stings. Instant oatmeal sits at 75 on the sugar scale, in the same neighborhood as white bread. The steel-cut kind sits at 55. Same grain, different speed. So if your morning number stays high while you eat the healthy breakfast everyone told you to eat, this is not a discipline problem. It is a speed problem. Your muscles are the tank that sugar goes into. After 60, that tank shrinks a little every year, and protein at breakfast is what slows the shrinking. Smaller tank, higher numbers, same plate. What to eat instead, how to keep your oats if you love them, and the one order change that costs nothing. That is this video. Call it the protein first breakfast. 2 or 3 eggs cooked any way you like, a handful of spinach or half an avocado, coffee, black or with cream, roughly 30 grams of protein, almost no fast sugar. Picture your kitchen tomorrow at 7. 2 minutes for the pan, 3 eggs in, spinach thrown on top for the last 30 seconds. It is faster than waiting for the kettle to boil. Protein and fat leave the stomach slowly. Sugar arrives in a trickle instead of a flood, and it does not push the problem to lunch. In that trial, the rises after the other meals held steady, so nothing was borrowed and paid back later in the day. But what about your heart? Fair question. A year-long trial in people with type 2 diabetes compared about a dozen eggs a week against almost none. The markers they measured did not get worse. If eggs are not your thing, the same trick works with plain Greek yogurt and a spoon of seeds, or with cottage cheese and a sliced tomato. What matters is the protein, not the shell. And oatmeal is not the villain here. Instant oatmeal, eaten alone, on an empty stomach, at the worst hour of your whole day, is the villain. Same food, wrong slot. So keep it, but change it. Steel-cut oats instead of the little paper packet. Stir in 2 spoons of plain Greek yogurt and a spoon of nut butter. And eat 2 eggs before the bowl, not after it. Here's the sentence to keep. Your body does not read the label on the box. It reads how fast the sugar arrives. Slow the arrival, and the same food lands like a different meal. Order is free. It costs nothing, it takes no willpower, and it works on any plate you sit down to. Protein and vegetables first, the starchy part last. At a New York clinic, 11 adults ate the very same meal twice, in 2 different orders. Vegetables and protein first, bread last. Their glucose came out almost 30% lower at half an hour, and almost 40% lower at 1 hour. And do not fix the plate while you ignore the glass. A small glass of orange juice is sugar with the break taken off. The whole fruit had fiber in it. The juice threw that away. So pour water instead, and eat the orange itself later, in segments, with your hands. Same fruit, 3 minutes of chewing, and a much smaller rise. Then get up. A 10-minute walk after breakfast around the block or just around the kitchen pulls sugar out of your blood and into your legs while it is still arriving. 3 changes in order of size. 1. Protein first, about 30 grams of it. 2. The starch last and smaller. 3. Move for 10 minutes after you eat. Nothing on that list costs a cent. Test it on yourself. Old breakfast on Monday, new breakfast on Tuesday, and check your meter 1 hour and 2 hours after the first bite. Write both numbers in a notebook, not in your head. Give it 12 weeks. The morning number moves first, sometimes inside the first week. The 3-month average moves last, because it is an average. It has to wait for the mornings to pile up. 1 warning, and it matters. If you take insulin or a pill that pushes your insulin up, cutting the starch at breakfast can drop you too low. Talk to your doctor first and ask about the morning dose. None of this is a diagnosis, and none of it replaces the person treating you. Eggs are not medicine. What they are is a slower start, repeated every morning, at the hour your body needs it most. One bowl swapped for one pan. The same food, moved to the end of the plate. And 10 minutes on your feet while your body is still working. That is the whole morning, and it is the one you repeat about 300 times a year.